Bro, yeah, we're gonna. Because I can't address every single bullshit, and I did look it up, and I do have the quote from Trump about his attack directly on the Black Museum. Absolutely,
You're wrong. You're wrong though. It don't matter
It's
about
funny.
the quote.
That's
The
not what
quote.
this says.
So hold on.
Funny. It's not what it says.
It is what it says, and I'm going to explain it to you.
Funny.
I'm going to read it
It's not
right
what it
now.
says.
So it don't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he says. It matters about the fucking money. So no, the entire Smithsonian has not been defunded. However, the Trump administration proposed a federal budget of $961.3 million for the fiscal year 2027, an 11% reduction from the previous year's $1.08 billion. Okay, so stop the bullshit. It's across the. Oh, stop! Stop, bro! Stop! It's across the board. I'm not done.
I got you.
I'm not done.
Has
it's across the board. It's
dealing
the
with
Smithsonian in general.
Slavery,
the whole Smithsonian.
Segregation and civil rights, including the Smithsonian. There's been other targets.
You don't even understand that the fucking Black history is on the Smithsonian, nigga. The Black History Museum is a part of the Smithsonian.
That's
You're wrong. You're fucking wrong.
Trigger Mike with the $5 says, question for Cheeky and Sha. Can both of you say these exacts? I love America. Explain why or why not. Y'all want to respond to this?
No.
Cheeky?
Yeah, I'll respond. I love America. All right. It's my home. I served in the country. I did what I needed to, and I love being Black. Like, it's that simple. You can be both.
But hold on, I am gonna respond. It's a dumbass fucking question. I pay taxes every year. Like it's a dumbass question. What does love America mean? What does that mean? It's a disingenuous dumbass question.
You would define it. It's not a dumb question. You define it. He asked you a simple question.
I'm not a threat to the nation. What does love America mean?
You don't have to be a threat to the nation. You can hate America and not be a threat to it. You can love America and be a threat to it. What you're saying is not either or. It's just a simple question, brother. If you decline to answer,
look, it's a dumbass question because of the implication behind it, bro. It's a very stupid, disingenuous question.
Stupid ass.
It's not disingenuous. Niggas ask
It's
motherfuckers
a
they
loaded
love.
question. It's a loaded question.
It's not a loaded question.
It's a very loaded question. It's a loaded question for somebody who obviously has a viewpoint. And of course, you don't got no problem doing that. I understand that. He agree with you. That makes sense. But me and Shad are able to pick up on the foolishness behind the question because it is foolish and it is dumb and it has some implications.
Are there people
that
live in America that don't love it?
But the funny thing is, the person that can say yes has a reason why and why not. Yes, I love America, and I got criticism.
People that live in America that don't love it.
It's dumb as hell. Shit is dumb.
If there's a yes and a no to the fucking question, it can't be a dumb question. If there literally are two different answers.
Are you gay?
No.
Is that a dumbass question though? We already know the implication around that?
If you don't know me, no.
Okay, let me ask a dumb question then. Are you gay? Do your brothers know you gay? Do your mama know? Like, that's a dumbass question.
No, I'm not gay.
There's only one dumb question.
I love America. I don't know. Is that
There's only one.
See?
There's only one dumb question.
See? Hamp, think about it.
The only dumb question is, can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
It's a dumbass question, man.
I think questions are low. I think questions are loaded and assumptive.
It's loaded.
And I could see how someone like Shai could see how Shai could then conclude that that's dumb because it's an assumptive question, loaded question. But I'm glad I would have to think about the answer. For me, honestly.
Whoa. You would have to think about it, but it's a dumb question.
That's what
I'm saying. I'm saying it because it has
missed the part that he said it was
because it's
this is the disingenuous part, bro.
I think
it's not disingenuous. It's a fucking question.
I think here's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking that if he asked me, I think he would be asking honestly. I do think Trigger Mike asked them assuming an answer, a type of answer, which
it's not assumptive. I think it's actually investigative. I don't think it's
assumptive. I think it would be. I also think it would be assumptive for you too, Mr. Fantastic, though. Like it would be a question he know the answer to. You see? So in that perspective, why you ask Mr. Fantastic that's a dumb question. Like I could conclude that too.
I previously stated my views and my things concerning the country, right?
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. You already know a thing. So but
they haven't. So if he's never seen them do the thing, he's never seen them speak publicly about their love or lack thereof for America. It's not a loaded question. It's not a fucking bad question.
It's a dumbass question because why did America make the First Amendment? To be able to criticize the motherfucker. That's not the opposite of love. That's why it's a dumbass question.
So again, why are you're not even accepting the fact of the matter that there can be a no to the question, brother. If there is a no answer, you ask.
I know what it can be. I also know who asked me, and I also know these are people.
All right, let me get through this super chats. But essentially, what it is, it goes both ways, Mr. Fantastic. Right? You just like you talk, Trigger Mike talks. They talk to each other. So the person asking also affects, how the perception of the question too, depending on the audience.
Yeah.
Trigger Mike with the $5 says someone that truly loves America wouldn't get upset at that question. Trigger Mike with the $2 says I asked him to explain, so I did not assume. Like I said, Trigger Mike, people, we know each other. We know each other. Like what? Like Aaron, would it be a dumbass question? And we done with it after this. If you're like, Hamp, what you like more, football or basketball? Like that would be.
Yeah, it's an obvious question. Yeah, a question with an obvious answer for sure.
Yeah, but I catch your drift though. You have to ask. You don't know unless you ask. Is the point, right?
Yeah.
I'm just saying that people converse all the time, and people hear your question, and then they assess the questioner or whatever it's called, whatever the proper word is.
I think questions that are loaded or Socratic questioning, it makes the person that's being asked the question feel like it's a dumb question, even though it's not. It's a strategic question. They're just calling it dumb because they're like, "Fuck you, then."
Yeah, that's what I was trying to convey.
Why I hate. Why do we give cover for bullshit? Why do we allow this?
Well, because Aaron's perspective is there's no dumb questions. He's simply trying to reason with why it was said to be a dumb question. That's all I'm hearing.
Yeah.
We spend a lot of time on that shit too.
Bro, yeah, because I can't address every single bullshit. And I did look it up, and I do have the quote from Trump about his attack directly on the Black Museum. Absolutely.
You're wrong though. It don't matter
That's
about
funny.
the quote.
That's
the
not
quote,
what this says.
So hold on.
No,
it is what it says, and I'm going to explain it to you.
Funny.
I'm going to read it
It's not
right
what it
now.
says.
So it don't matter what he says. It doesn't matter what he says. It matters about the fucking money. So no, the entire Smithsonian has not been defunded.
What did you read?
However, the Trump administration proposed a federal budget of $961.3 million for the fiscal year 2027, an 11% reduction from the previous year's $1.08 billion. Okay, so stop the bullshit. It's across the. Oh, stop! Stop, bro! Stop! It's across the board. I'm not done.
I got you.
I'm not done.
It's
across the board. It's the Smithsonian in general.
Slavery,
the whole Smithsonian.
Segregation and civil rights, including the Smithsonian. There's been other targets.
You don't even understand that the fucking Black history is on the Smithsonian, nigga. The Black History Museum is a part of the Smithsonian.
That's the only museum that exists with Black history.
You're fucking wrong.
Is that the only museum that exists with
Black
history?
You're wrong. No, nigga, that's what you're not understanding. You're wrong.
I'm going to read what it says.
The Smithsonian is the umbrella of all of them.
I'm going to read what exists, including the Smithsonian National Museum of African American.
Wow, nigga, like I fucking told you, including. That means it's not the only fucking thing. Like I fucking told you from the beginning.
Nobody said it was the only fucking thing.
You want to do bullshit, bro.
Nobody said it's the only fucking thing.
Just say you fucking wrong. I asked you specifically. I knew you were wrong from the gate.
Don't worry
about it. You wrong, nigga.
Here it is.
You fucking wrong.
Specifically targeted the National Museum of African American
History. It is specifically targeting shit.
In March 2025, Trump signed an executive order restoring truth and sanity to American history. It singled out the Smithsonian and specifically criticized the National
Smithsonian.
You
read it again. Read it again.
Saying Smithsonian museums has come.
Thank you, nigga. It's not just the African American one.
Race-centered ideology. The order directed Vice President J.D. Vance in his role on the Smithsonian Board of Regents to work toward eliminating what the administrator considered improper ideology and calling for preventative federal funding from supporting exhibits or programs that the administration believes degrade shared American values or divided Americans by race. That didn't stop with the Smithsonian. That's the problem. It's an ideology.
The Smithsonian museums. It's all of the fucking umbrella, nigga. Stop, bro. You wrong. You are fucking wrong. So I'm gonna ask you again. I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to ask you again.
History intentionally.
I'm going to ask you again.
To his ideology. I don't know what you're
talking about. I'm going to ask you again.
Okay,
I'm going to ask you again. I'm going to ask you again. Was the only fucking museum defunded the African American Museum?
No, it wasn't.
All right, then. So stop talking. We're done. We're done.
No, that doesn't prove anything. Nigga. Just because say it wasn't the only thing doesn't mean he didn't make it clear. I'm targeting things based on race. He already said that. You're right.
Done.
You're done.
We're done.
So you can stop talking.
We're done. We're done. No, you're done because you're wrong.
No, you're done.
You're wrong.
Just because,
like I said it originally, you're wrong.
Doesn't mean done. That
y'all want me to do, man. Y'all want me to,
bro.
You're done.
It's the bullshit that happens every single time. Ham, whenever the question is asked, how do you know that's racist? Right? And I had to explain to you, well, if they target things outside of one thing, you can always make the fault or say it's Smithsonian Museums. But in his own words and in his own executive orders, he's explaining why he's targeting these black-centered things. Divisive, race-centered ideology. Black history is not divisive, race-centered ideology.
So it's not targeting that. Thank you. You just proved it yourself. That's not what he was talking about.
He's claiming that it is. That's
no, he's
point.
Not. No, he's not.
Yes, he is. That's a quote. Not. All right, bro. Just because you don't want to accept your Lord and Savior Trump has actually said things.
It's not my Lord and Savior anything. You're just wrong.
He's considering these things.
You're wrong. You're wrong on every. You're wrong on every
ideology, and that's the problem.
You're wrong on every
history
aspect.
Is not divisive, race-centered ideology.
Again,
it's just history. But because
did they stop Black History Month?
Did
they stop Black History Month?
But because Black history is
did they stop Black History Month?
And this man does not want that stain. He's willing to target and even race it.
You just making shit up.
Whitewash it. And that's the problem.
You just making shit up
right here. But again, I said
you just
right
making
here.
shit up.
No one's making shit up. These things
yes, you are. Show me where that either all or most of the defunding was strictly for the fucking African American Museum. Show it to me. You can't fucking do it.
Just because somebody says I'm targeting all black museums and that's why I'm doing.
It's not just the black ones, you asshole. It's not just the black ones.
And hemp. This is why it's hard.
It's not just the black ones. You're wrong.
People, it's hard to have these conversations with people because they're so disingenuous. Just because somebody
there's nothing disingenuous about math and numbers, nigga.
Outright say
there's nothing disingenuous about money and funding. For one, it's 11%. I just gave you the numbers, which you won't even acknowledge. 11% from fucking $1 billion to 900 and something million. Still, what the fuck are you talking about?
What do you mean? What am I talking about? I'm
exactly what I just asked you.
I'm addressing.
He went from 1 billion to still 900 something million, and they are not closing. Nothing has changed for the African American Museum.
Aaron, is this valuable? Because I don't really have enough information about it, so I'm thinking maybe they're sharing things that are new to people and that they can learn. But is it not valuable?
I mean, maybe it's valuable in another conversation. I don't know about this particular moment. I don't know.
This person,
what's been going on in my head the whole time was they got me the first 2 weeks. They got you last week. Now it's Fantastic's turn to get his pressure up. That's what I'm getting from this conversation.
Bro, I'm gonna say this, bro. Y'all can have it however you gonna have it, bro. Listen, Cheeky claims to not be. He don't give a fuck. He don't this. He don't that. Whatever, right? Clearly, the nigga cares first and foremost. So let's just get that out the way, right? When you're gonna make me the bad guy, bro, I'm cool with being the bad guy. I fucking shine at being the bad guy. You gotta come prepared though. Don't come up here with emotional bullshit in your opinion. Hell, I just gave you the numbers. It was an 11% fucking decrease across the Smithsonian period. The Smithsonian museums. Okay? Not just the hold on, Shad. Not just the fucking Black History Museum. I asked him this question. That was my original fucking question. And he said, oh yeah, that's what it was, and so on and so forth. And only this, I knew he was wrong from the onset. This is what happens when you get emotionally involved and you don't have any fucking. We're talking about money and funding, fucking HAMP, federal funding. Which again, it's only 11%.
Let him have it for now, Cheeky. Let him have it for now, please.
That shit
You gotta let me have it because we fucking wrong and I'm right.
I ain't even
the numbers don't lie.
Real quick, let me clarify this. Let me clarify this real quick for the people that maybe aren't as deeply into it. So essentially, you're saying that there are things being said in regards to defunding and getting rid of these things, but the funding hasn't changed. And
the funding has changed by 11%, but it's across the board of all Smithsonian museums.
So Smithsonian had a drop of 11%.
Thank you. And what Cheeky either wants to not acknowledge is that the fucking Black History Museum is under the umbrella of the Smithsonian. So it's the Smithsonian. Everybody knows the Smithsonian Museum. Okay, the Black History Museum is what? Is it even 10 years old?
All right, I understand it. So what? Shaw, what were you trying to say?
I want to go back to why Trigger Mike's question is dumb, and I want to apologize for dismissing it because I think I missed the opportunity to make a point on what happens in spaces like this and around the internet, right? Because I'm critical of America based on historical information, not just my feeling of a thing. This is what has happened. This is what's been documented, and I'm saying I'm gonna always be critical until whatever the creed is happens, right? I get asked, do I love America? But meanwhile, Miss Fantastic literally only criticizes black people and black women. And has Trigger Mike ever asked this nigga, does he love black people? It's never happened. That's why it's a stupid ass question. Because it just shows the bias that happens here. Because I'm critical based off historical information, factual information about what happened to people that look like me. But this Trigger Mike ain't never asked a nigga, do he love black people? And he literally only criticizes black people. Literally. That's why I said a dumbass question. Like him said, it's assumptive because I know it's based in bullshit.
But y'all was just agreeing with the analogy that the boy gave about being critical of people you love. See how fucking flip floppy y'all is?
Okay, so what's sorry? That's the point I'm making then. That's the point I'm making then, Miss Fantastic. Why we ask me, do I love him? Because I'm criticizing him. That would be obvious I love him, right, Miss Fantastic? Based on your logic, wouldn't they be obvious I love him because I criticize America? I need a verbal response, Miss Fantastic.
No, it wouldn't be obvious.
So what's the difference? Okay, so what's the difference for you then?
The difference for me is I'm a part of the community and I'm trying to help the community get better.
I'm not a part of America.
Are you trying to help America get better?
How are you trying to help black people be better? What by criticizing on the internet?
You just agreed.
No, I'm saying what's different? What's different than what you doing and what I'm doing? Me, man. What's the difference?
The difference is this: I understand the issues and problems in the black community as a black person. Okay. And I'm unafraid to fucking point them out and criticize them.
Gotcha.
Be it the men, the women, the kids,
and I'm aware. I got you. You ain't got to do the long. And I'm aware of the problems and issues in America, and I'm willing to call it out. What's the difference? Thank you. That's what Trigger Mike did was dumb. Thank you. We can move on.
Well, wait. Then the question would be, do you love the black community then?
Yeah. The question would be, and my answer could be no. I could be just a coon ass nigga that y'all claim I am. So it's still not a stupid question because my answer after doing all this criticism, I could be like, fuck them niggas. I hate them.
No. I actually think the only reason why I stood up here and had these conversations with you, because I think deep down inside, I do think you actually got a love for the community. I just think you use propaganda, you use yellow journalism, you use a lot of tactics that other people use against black people to make your points. But I do think with proper guidance, real good information, learning how to use the information to make your points, I think you could be very powerful. But I think you're intellectually lazy a lot of times. You pick and choose information. Your bias shows repeatedly when we had these discussions. And guess what? I'm willing to accept that my bias shows for America too.
Are you critical of the black community, Shad?
Yes.
Does that criticism be expressed often?
Is it expressed often?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
Can we? So now that we got that clear, I just need some clarification. If somebody has an ideology about a certain group of people and they control the funding or they dictate or influence the funding, would the funding not also represent their ideology towards that group? Like, for example, if I say I want to build a highway, I just need somewhere to build it. And there's black neighborhoods, there's white neighborhoods and Mexicans, but I choose the black neighborhood. And I also have a record of being against black people. What would you say if I go, hey, I need to, eminent domain has to happen? and I'm choosing this neighborhood. Do you think that's just coincidental? It's just part of the budget. It's just part of the process of developing America as a country. Do you, or can you infer based on their ideology, their own statements, their own things? Hey, you're doing this with the intent to actually hurt this sect or this particular group.
Yeah, if I see deliberate action and there's history and which sets a precedent, then I can make the speculation or assumption, or I would be able to deduce that.
Okay, so if somebody says they're going to make a executive order and the name of it is called Restoring Truth and Sanity to American History, and they want to get rid of a section or the part of a museum or the museums that include race because they don't want anything divisive or race-centered in their ideology, what do you think that says about the person that's trying to target or is willing to target that thing?
Yeah, so it aligns with what you're walking down. The key to what you're walking down is I can speculate or assume this,
based off of those things,
history, essentially,
in his own words. So it's not insane or it's not
unreasonable.
Unfathomable.
Yeah,
exactly. I'm just trying to make sure that the conclusion, based on the evidence, the history, and understanding, and the words from this person's mouth, that there is a target, because that's what it is, a target. And I am not going to be okay with anybody running cover for somebody that is targeting history that has a direct correlation to me, because I care enough to combat that. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I understand your point.
Okay, and that's what's happening. What's happening is not about this a budget here or a budget there. It's a conversation and a direct pointing to the ideology of the current person within this administration in America as a whole. And when you look it up, if you ask the question, are these things being targeted? It is clear. Yes, they are being targeted.
Yeah, no, 100%. I'm just listening to the conversation, right? And then I know that there's an immediate retort of, what about the HBCU funding that Obama didn't do? So this shit goes round and round, and people who aren't as enthralled in it, it becomes circular to us.
Yeah, that's true.
So, because I could just hear it now because I've heard it ping pong so often, But I did see certain things get torn down, And I saw Robert E. Lee statue get torn down. You see? So you can literally ping pong this shit back and forth. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting for sure.